Welcome. This is your host, John McCormick, with Blended Learning via G Suite for Education.
So, blended learning via G Suite. What is blended learning? Let's take a look. Take a look at this Venn diagram from EDUC Technology comparing a brick-and-mortar classroom with an online learning classroom. Note how the positives from both converge in the middle to create the blended learning classroom. So with the brick and mortar, we still have face-to-face interaction. With online learning, we use the virtual component, which leads to blended learning for our students. To give you a better idea of what this blended model would look like, let's take a look at the rotation model. Now with the rotation model, we can offer the students station rotation, lab rotation, the flipped classroom, and individual rotation in order to make sure that we have a blended classroom.
According to Stein and Graham, blended learning offers teachers the chance to synthesize the best practices from traditional and online classrooms. In addition, they suggest that blended learning also allows for modifications in scheduling, provides collaboration through synchronous and asynchronous sessions, and allows students to be connected outside of the limits of the traditional classroom.
Let's watch an example of blended learning in a teacher's testimony of its power from first grade teacher Janet Deal. While you watch, notice the various types of technology she is able to incorporate into her blended learning classroom.
So the students watch the video and then they are ready to complete their assignment, which looks like this. They have to type each spelling word 3 times and then they drag the picture and word that matches to the box, just like that. And then at the bottom, they have to use one of the words in a sentence.
Interested in blending learning, but unsure where to start? Confused about G Suite for Education 2? Hull noted that Google has left a lot of people confused with the various name changes that they have implemented. It's true, for many teachers, G Suite for Education is confusing. So, let's clear things up.
So what are the various tools offered by G Suite for Education that support blended learning? Well, there's Google Drive, Google Classroom, Docs, Slide, Sheets, Forms, and Sites.
We'll start with the teacher's Google Drive. Google Drive is a place for teachers to access everything in G Suite, store their files. What does the research tell us about blended learning and the use of Google Drive? According to research by Rowe, Balsalik, and France, Google Drive helps to facilitate blended learning for students. They also concluded that through the use of Google Drive, students experienced a paradigm shift during their courses. This shift was evident in the students' change in their own awareness of their role in their learning process from teacher-centered learning to student-centered learning. So, we understand Google Drive. What about Google Classroom, and how does it support blended learning? What are specific ways Google Classroom supports teachers with incorporated blended learning? It allows teachers to set up online classes. It has docs, slides, sheets, forms, and sites. It facilitates collaboration and provides students with timely feedback. Take a look at Google Classroom in action, 6th grade science teacher Mrs. Jones. As you are watching, notice how the students complete collaborative activities from their Google Classroom.
I do like having the traditional blend too, because there is, from my perspective, nothing that can also substitute like a real life experience. So if I'm actually going through the process of using a scale to find the mass of something, there's value in that. Also, I think when we're blending the technology and paper and pencil, we're turning on different parts of the brain.
Research by Chesio and Rianu and Kathma noted how Google Classroom helped with organization and access to class materials. In addition, Google Classroom facilitated interaction and collaboration between teachers, students, and parents. They also noted that because the assessments were paperless, teachers were able to provide immediate feedback to their students. A great way to create blended learning assignments is by using Google Collaborative and Productivity tools, Docs, Sheets, and Slides. Let's take a look at Google Docs for blended learning. According to Yem, Washer, Jen, and Lawrence, teachers have had success with fusing technology with writing and instruction. Google Docs can do this for your students.
Check out this example of Google Docs used for student collaboration for a blended learning assignment.
With this Google Doc, students had to work together to answer a document-based question. During the activity, students had to analyze documents, as seen before you, then interpret a prompt, here, and with this prompt, they had to provide an outline of their writing, and then collaborate and work together to write the answer to the document-based question. This is an outstanding example of blended learning.
What about Google Slides, Sheets, Forms, and all of the apps available through G Suites for Education?
The opportunities are endless. For example, students can construct an interactive timeline, create their own assessment, go in depth about a particular topic. I hope you have found this video informative and that you're ready to implement blended learning via Google Suite.